Alright, today we're going to do something a little bit different. As you can see here, we have dial tone. We're going to replace his arm. His thumb broke. So, and I just wanted to do a quick comparison too while I was at it. This is the modern equivalent. He looks pretty good. Got all the modern articulation, the modern figure stand, and this is here's the vintage. Now I have reason why I have both modern and vintage. There's a podcat. The reason why I have both modern and vintage is because this is one of my favorite characters, and my top 5 characters I like to have in their vintage and as well as their modern. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put a new O-ring in them as well. Let's take this off of here very carefully. Let's raise that up so I don't break that. Take this off very carefully. Go ahead and take them all apart. Be careful. Sorry, the cats are fighting again. I just got off work and they all started fighting each other and showing out for me. Alright, let's see, very carefully. There we go. There we are. And then, well, that O-ring doesn't look that old. I may have replaced this already. Have I? I may not need to replace the O-ring. Let's see. That's a little old looking. Yeah, it is a little bit old looking. Now that I actually can see it. So we'll go ahead and replace it with a brand new one. Let's see, you don't want to put this on backwards. I've accidentally done that a few times. Put this piece on backwards. Looks really funny. Let's see here. This is the back. But we got him a new unbroken hand. And they look about the same, so I'm not really losing anything. This one, the unbroken thumb has just a little bit of dirt right here. This one looks really nice and clean. I hate to lose this hand or this arm because it looked really good, but the hand looks better on this one. You got a little bit of paint wear right there and stuff. But I just went out to my storeroom where he was, I got them all displayed in a storeroom, and I just looked at them and I was gonna put them on the Havoc, and I noticed his thumb was broken. I was like, well, how did that happen? So, no clue. There's just no telling. It may have been broken all along. I just never noticed it. Let's see. But I got this in a pack with, it was him and the podcat. I bought a pack. It had a bunch of Joes in it and stuff, so I went ahead and I found his gun. He came with his backpack already, but it was just missing a gun. And I had given this figure to Mr. S because he said he wanted it, but then Mr. S changed his mind. He's not as big into G.I. Joe as I am. He's more of a gamer. He's more into games than anything else. So, and that's okay. He doesn't have to like G.I. Joe. It doesn't bother me. He has some. He likes it some. But I got these stands. These are just generic stands. I do like these a little better because it's got the it's got the peg in the corner versus kind of more in the middle, plus they're a little bit wider. These are just generic. It just says figure slab, I think. That's what it says on the bottom. It's hard to see. Figure slab for G.I. Joe. Well, it doesn't matter what it says. But one thing I do like about the vintage over the modern is I like the vintage microphone better because it sticks out a little further past his face. This one is like right up against his head, and I don't really like that too well. But there's a little more detail. A little more detail in his head. The fingers are a little more forgiving. They're a lot more flexible. Better articulation. I always love how they can turn their... I wish these could have wrist articulation, but I'll be honest with you. The more articulations you get, the more breaking points you have. So these were meant to be played with, and played with they were. These are more meant for... They look good. They're meant for more detail, a little better. I just noticed that his belt on the vintage is brown and the one on the modern is black. And he also has a vest. I mean, like I said, they look similar, but there's differences here and there. Like they got rid of his little strap. Just gave him one strap. And but they gave him one shoulder pad. So hat's about the same. The face sculpt's a little better on the modern, in my opinion. I lost him. Doesn't have that little piece on his arm, but he has a holster that actually has a gun you can take out on the modern. But there's just little things here and there, knee pads, and there's little things here and there that are similar. There's a paint app right there. It's got silver right there on his chest, and he don't, but... like I said, I'm more of a modern collector. I just like it. I just like the moderns better. They look a little better to me. But if it's a favorite character, I will get the vintage with it. But he now has an unbroken hand. And I'm going to put him back on the Havoc. It's a very funky vehicle, but I like it. And here we go. All right, well, here they are. That was quick and easy. Sorry for bantering on a little too much. That's a Mimi in the background. But now I no longer have a broken hand. He now has a hand that is not broken. And so, this concludes today. Everyone have a good, happy, safe, there we go, day. And, Yo Joe.